Breaking news this morning after a loud noise was heard across northwest Louisiana late last night. We're getting reports that a possible meteorite may have hit the ground.
Trying to get a handle on this. What in the heck's happening over there in Webster Parish? Sheriff Gary Sexton tells us the exact location not known, but something happened between Minden and Dixie Inn. Fire, ground shaking, you name it, it happened. Tons of Facebook posts rolling in. KSLA News 12's Emily Black with the latest via Skype for us this morning as the officials continue to figure out what in the world happened overnight out there. Emily?
That's right, Doug. We've had thousands of reports of an explosion that shook the ground miles from Webster Parish all the way to East Texas at about 11:30 Monday night. We talked to Gary Sexton, the sheriff here, who says that, quote, definitely had something happen. Sexton confirmed that all the explosion manufacturing facilities and natural gas facilities in Webster Parish are ruled out as a cause. Sheriff Sexton says it is possible a meteorite hit the ground, and we have confirmed with NASA that there is a meteor shower happening above us right now. We haven't pinpointed a location for the possible hit, but Sexton believes, as you said, that it happened between Minden and Dixie Inn, and there's reports of flashing lights and sparks in the sky right when the boom happened. We talked to a man who worked inside the convenience store we're outside of right now, who says the walls started shaking, tiles fell out of the ceiling whenever the boom hit. That sounded like something just ran into the side of the building. And as soon as the sun comes up, they're going to send out a helicopter to try and find where that hit. Reporting live in Dixie Inn, Emily Black, KSLA News 12.
All right, Emily, I appreciate it. And, you know, as long as we don't see fire right now, you got to think we're okay. There's nothing on fire.
Yeah.
Nothing's burning. There's no immediate emergency that they're having to deal with. It's just a big mystery, like trying to figure out what the heck happened.
Well, let me refute the meteor theory.
Okay.
Checking with the National Weather Service, if it were a meteor, and yes, we're in a meteor shower period, the Orionids, but I don't think there would be a piece of that that would make it to the Earth without vaporizing.
Yeah.
But if it did, radar did not pick up a streak, which it normally would. But we had an eyewitness report who left her home in Dixie Inn to drive to try to find whatever it was that hit, and she reported ashes falling onto her car, but they were heavy enough that they sounded like small hail. The Weather Service did confirm right after that explosion, their radar picked up what would be called a low cloud or a debris field. Ashes falling, that it blew up and stuff was coming down enough that their radar picked it up for 4 revolutions as it drifted northwest and was settling, and after 4 revolutions.
Witnessed the flash in the sky. Actually, there were 2 flashes, almost simultaneously, maybe 2 to 3 seconds apart.
Tonight, in our team coverage, KSLA News 12's Adam Hooper live near Camp Minden. He's got a bird's eye view of the damage and the debris in the wake of the explosion. Adam?
Hey, Pat, that's right. Anybody you talk to around here, they want to know what caused that blast. So we got up in a helicopter to get some firsthand exclusive video overhead of where the bunkers exploded. Take a look at some of the video. If we'll pop that up on the screen there, you can see that there's 2 large areas where the blast took place. You can see the ground is black. You can also see that trees are knocked over. It's just and there's a lot of smoke coming out of certain parts of that area. One of the best parts about that video that you can see there is it knocked several trains right off the track, treated them like little play toys. When the train was driving by, just knocked the train right off the tracks. And you can see that that is the area that had the most damage. That's where the explosion originated from, and that's what has caused all of this drama here in Minden. That's what's causing people to talk here in Minden.
Big noise, and it literally sounded like a plane was about to come and just crash into the house.
Bunker blast. The force of the explosion at Camp Minden was felt across a wide area just before midnight, with reports of people shaken by the blast from Minden to Shreveport and well beyond.
So my first thought is I have an old building. What exploded in the building? Is everything okay? And then they talked about maybe it being Camp Minden, maybe it being a meteorite. I just, was worried about the store. Tried to get in touch with Monica, got her on the phone, and was just like, what can we do to fix the issue for the night?
Surveillance video, people are just minding their own business, and you can see the cameras beginning to shake, and you can even see, we'll slow that video down for you again after the cameras shake, a vent falling from the ceiling. You can see that vent falling to the ground. And just one of these angles shows just a little bit of damage from within the gas station. Another angle, you can see the cameras start to shake again, and you can actually see 2 double doors blown open from the explosion. Now the explosion site is several miles away from this gas station, so you can just imagine the impact that explosion in those bunkers had. Now we stepped outside of the gas station to talk to somebody filling up. Listen to what she had to say about her experience with the explosion.
And all of a sudden it felt like the shed was swaying back and forth and was going to fall over.
Oh, wow.
Scared me. And all my friends came running out asking me, "Are you okay? Are you alive?" And I got phone calls from my mom, who lives on the other side of town. Wow. She said she felt like a car ran into her house.
And a big night, of course, here in the Arklatex. Reports all night long, concern about what happened. And finally, about an hour ago, we confirmed that it was, again, an explosion that happened at Camp Minden, a company called Explo. Underground bunker storage, that discovery not made until earlier this morning at daybreak. And what we've done here, this is a map of the area. You see Dixie Inn right along I-20 there. And if you look to the bottom left, that is the northeast corner of Camp Minden, where a lot of the storage of the explosives are. And we've overlaid that with a National Weather Service radar loop image, which actually captured the plume at some 7,000 feet up. So whatever blew, when those munitions gave way or blew, that plume went straight up in the air. In fact, I've learned that bunker is designed to explode up and not out to reduce the shock wave.
That would explain why it went up so high. And actually, one of the witnesses that went out to find out, she thought it was in her backyard this morning. She called me a little later, and she was the one who said it actually sounded like sleet hitting her car and ashes coming down on her car this morning. She saw the glow as she topped a bridge over towards Camp Minden, but it just suddenly went out. And she described it as black, sooty ashes, some of them as big as a quarter, that was falling on her car.
All right, well, real quick, here's a little bit more of what other people said they saw and heard last night.
Emily? Store. All of a sudden, the store started shaking. I mean, everything in here was shaking. All the vents and stuff, everything fell out the ceiling. Truck driver jumped off his 18-wheeler. He came in here and told us, so everybody ran outside.
First, I saw the sky light up in the west, just a loud, it wasn't no noise, it just lit up. And I had caught my eye. I looked to the west, and then the light died down. Looked at the boys, "Hey, what was that?" He looked up and I saw and it lit up again. And then next thing we heard the loud boom. It looked like a sunset. It was so bright.
And that's just some of what you saw out there. A number of pictures are coming in now, like shattered glass in downtown Minden. An explosion fell all the way to East Texas. We were supposed to have a news conference right now. It has been postponed out there at Camp Minden. But let's get the very latest right now with KSLA News 12's Emily Black, who's at Camp Minden.
That's right, Doug. Well, we now have confirmed with the Webster Sheriff's Office that it was an underground bunker here at Camp Minden that exploded. It was an Explo bunker. It was the company that owned it, and we actually are here at Camp Minden right now for a press conference that was supposed to be at 9 o'clock, but it just got rescheduled to 11 o'clock, and it's going to be an Explo press conference then at 11 o'clock, so we're going to continue to follow that. This discovery was made at 11 o'clock this morning. It was in a very secluded area, so that's why it took so long to figure out where the explosion came from. So we're going to continue to keep you updated. We don't have any reports of anyone being injured or anyone being out there at all whenever it exploded. And bunker houses are designed to blow up instead of blowing out. So that's why the plume of smoke and the debris went straight up in the air. So we'll be out here at 11 o'clock for the press conference with Explo, and we'll keep you updated. Reporting live in Camp Minden.
That's a huge pane of glass to be knocked out at the Dixie floors. That's right in downtown on Main Street. I was standing right there just yesterday.
Yeah, you can imagine the force of that explosion. Probably force that went down into the ground, and it went so far, but that force going up almost 1.5 miles.